I'm Cynthia Award and I come from Kenya. I'm Judith Auma Ojuki. I come from Oyu East, that is Omagh County, though I grew up in Awendo, Migori County. We started staying together in August, that is the first week of August. And this is how we started staying together. For some time, Cynthia used to visit my place of work. I'm a business lady in this area, that is Lolo Estate, Kisumu. For quite a while, I used to see her visiting us, asking for food, asking for handout, for any assistance. By then, she was living in the streets as mentally challenged. I wouldn't call her mad person. She had a mental issue that rendered her homeless for quite a while. So she was in the wilderness. Her lifestyle, everything, she was in the streets. So on this particular day that she came to my place, I looked at her and it was real compassion. She was in bad state, bad shape. Unlike the previous days that she'd been visiting, of course, we understand the nature of somebody who is living in the streets with her luggage, walking from one area to another area, no hygiene, she's unkept. What we would call in Kiswahili mwenda wazimu, for lack of a better term. On this day, I offered her a meal. Then, because now we were already used to each other, she was friendly, I was friendly to her. It was at least easier for me to engage her further. I asked her if she would mind, if she won't mind a bath. When I mentioned that, she immediately removed her clothes. She was ready to take a bath there. So I had to at least find a better way of calming her down and at least persuade her to the house. It was around 2 p.m. By that time, I was not ready for a bath, but because I really wanted her to have a bath, it meant that both of us had to be in the bathroom at that time. So she requested to use the toilet first. And I was by the door waiting for her to be through so that I could flush the toilet. Thereafter, when she was done, I had her flushing the toilet. Then it knocked on me that no, this is not really mad person per se. If she has some sense that if she has used the toilet, then it should be flushed, then it means there is some sense. So together we were in the bathroom, and because obvious she took longer, so I left her in the bathroom. She had her bath for an hour or so, and she even cleaned her clothes. That meant that she was to put on the wet clothes. And because I'm big and she was thin, my clothes could not fit her. I don't have a baby girl in my house that I could say that she could try her clothes. So when she was done in the bathroom, she had to put on the wet clothes. And the next question I got was, sasa, niende nilete zile nguo zangu nioshe. I can see you have a lot of water here. Can I go bring my clothes? And you know, this is somebody I've been seeing not once, not twice. I know her clothes. I know her luggage, how big it is. And I told her, okay. And the truth is, when I was telling her this, I knew in my mind that she could not trace back the house and bring this luggage. So we parted ways once she had she was through with cleaning herself, she left my place, and I also went back to my place of work. By then, we still had the curfew rules, so I used to close my business place at some minutes to 10 p.m. When I came back to the house, just by the gate, I was shocked because I live in the ground floor. Looking at my door, I could see heavy luggage. It didn't click my mind that I was not expecting her back. I was not expecting any parcel. And of course, if at all there was a parcel, it could be delivered at my place of work. So when I got closer to the door, I saw that this girl had already made her room with all her luggage. She had made the surface, arranged her things, and she was dead asleep by the door. At that moment, I had to think very fast. I called two friends of mine. Most of these friends were in some prayer cell. So I just consulted with them. What do I do? We've known her as this mad lady who just come for handouts. Now she's at my door. What do I do? There and then we prayed. Then I opened my door. I had to wake her up. I ushered her into the house because I couldn't leave her out there. My conscience wouldn't settle leaving her out there by the door. Now, from that day to date, she's still my guest. I did not trust her. One thing that kept me going from the very moment that night, even from the very moment that I brought her to the house to have the shower, it was nothing but just compassion. I was just being human. I was looking at this woman, I'm like, this is such a young girl, and there is just something that seemed not to be right. And I'm a prayerful person. I so believe in the power of prayer. So even that night, I prayed. And I've got one child who is in boarding school. So his bedroom is always free unless I have a visitor in the house. So I let her into that bedroom. And of course, I locked the door. Then I locked the door to my bedroom. We slept. Day one, the first week was not so rosy. It was a bit hectic, trying to control her, and the fear is also there because I don't know how wild she could be at that time. I don't even know her name, her origin. I didn't have any information as to who she is. All I was doing was just being human to this person, offer her food, shelter, some comfort. And that day too, now I told her, you have to clean your clothes. You asked me if you could bring your clothes to clean, so can you clean them? Of course, she did thorough cleaning of her entire stuff. The shoes, the clothes, everything that she carried was in this house. She cleaned it. It was a bit hectic, trying to control her, as I've said in the first week, because at times she could be very noisy. And I have neighbors here. She could be very noisy, shouting and addressing the multitude and all that. It was in day 3 that at least we started now bonding, to be talking. Like I could tell her, go to your room, she would go. Now she started taking commands from me. I would tell her, now it is time for you to bathe. She goes and have her bath. It is time for you to eat. She would do that. It's very challenging. Remember, this is somebody that was in the wilderness. Now we are moving from wildlife to domestic life. This is somebody who is used to roaming about in the streets, Actually, she's very much comfortable even sleeping under these structures under construction. So in as much as I felt that she needed this warmth, once in a while she could still sneak out. We meet out there. I don't know where she slept, and she comes back. Oh, I've not had food. I've not taken a shower. Please. So what I did in this first week was seriously trying to trace her background, the power of social media. I took as much videos because initially I'd been taking some videos or some photos of her when she visits my place, the eatery out there, and eating. Once in a while we could be taking photos. So even in the house here, I used to take some photos, some videos, and I share online, trying to trace her relatives, at least trying to get some history to see if there is any little way she could be helped. And it's through Facebook that I got some contact, because I shared my phone number and all that. I got some contact who linked me up to the family, an uncle. I called this person, and he confirmed to me that indeed he is the uncle. It was during that time of me trying to trace the relatives that I got contacts from some health experts, some medics who came on board and were willing to help me help her. One of them works at the Russia Hospital, Jaramogi or Gingo Hospital. Another one works at the county hospital, Kisumu County Hospital. So they came here, they did assessment on her, and I loved the report that they gave, that she can still be helped. The brain is not extremely destroyed, because if you ask her this question, from the way she's responding, from the way she was relating to them, thereafter, now we had to really find a relative for the consent for us to start giving her the medication. Then this uncle came on board, gave us his consent over the phone. It's unfortunate that to date I'm yet to meet him. Yeah, we've not met. That's the truth. So I was given the drugs because first we had to calm her down. Now that meant taking the antidepressants. It was not very easy, because she was not somebody that you could give even Panadol to take, or even Acton, any kind of medication. She cannot take it per se. So I had to find a means of ensuring that she takes the medicine appropriately as was prescribed. I did that for the first month. After the first month, we saw good results. She was calm. It was now towards end of September that she could tell me almost an information that could be relied on concerning her real background. I was hoping to meet her relatives, because it would have been very easy sitting down one-on-one, analyzing the history and all that. But thank God she responded so well with the first phase of medication. And the first time I talked to her elder sister, she's the one who gave me the phone number, just offered. I called and confirmed that this is the elder sister. That was towards end of September. And it's unfortunate again that I'm yet to meet this sister. It's been very challenging, and because I had welcomed her, I took up the responsibility as if she were my sister or my daughter, not really bothered about who has come on board, which relative is willing to cooperate, because it's obvious I can't force them. I really don't know the family setup. We just met here in town. Actually, if you're told that she's a mental case, you can't believe it. Back then, she's somebody who would be in her own world. We were in two worlds apart. Like, I would be talking to her and expecting this kind of a response, and she addresses her own persons, imaginary persons that I don't know. At the moment, I can say that Cynthia is 60 or 70% okay, though she's not yet at 80 or 90%. From the time that I met her to date, considering the progress, I would give it around 60-70% healing. This is somebody that could not take any of medication. She was totally against anything. Like, she could not understand why is she supposed to take this, why, for what. But right now, every evening she brings water, she tells me, give me my medicine, and she takes it. No force, I don't force her. This is a girl who can now cook her food. Back then I couldn't let her be in the kitchen because, you know, she could maybe start cooking and it is time for her special meetings. Everything would go haywire. But at the moment, Cynthia can cook food that we eat as a family. Cynthia can clean the house. She can clean her clothes. She can clean herself. She can do literally everything. Once in a while, I even go with her to my business place. She helps with maybe cleaning, at least something there. So I'm very happy with the current progress. Even the medics who are helping me to help her are happy with the progress. Yeah, she's made good progress. I would not wish to let her go if I don't know where she is going, because as I've said, I don't know the relationship. I don't know the family setup. Why somebody has been in the streets for about 2 years plus. Now, I've given them the information. I haven't told them what we are doing, because there were times we were even thinking that she could be admitted at the hospital. But on further assessment, we felt that it would be, her healing would be much faster if she's here than being in the hospital, confined at the hospital. So I'm still hoping that the relatives would come on board, because obviously I won't be with her for life, but I'm still willing to continue supporting her until my prayer is they would soon show up, so that at least we can have a clear plan, a better plan of helping her. If the healing goes on and she recovers at least some 80% stability, this is somebody who can be even in a gainful engagement, whereby she can earn something little even in a day. Once in a while, if she works there, I give her some stipend. If you give her 100 shillings or 200 shillings, she's very happy. So I believe that she's somebody who can be employed. If given a chance, guided, she can do something. Because from our connection, I've confirmed that Cynthia is somebody who went to school. She did her 4th form. She's somebody who's been to college. She has some skills. It was just mishappening in life. From history, we are getting that a challenge came as a result of some depression. Yes. So, if guided, she can still be in a gainful engagement under some close supervision, some friendly guidance.
I did hospitality. I did this hospitality. There is a college in Milimani called Ujima. My mission is to get to America.
I believe that majority of those who are out here in the street do not deserve to be out there. If only we can be human enough and try to touch a life.
And I have this Dan. Dan is my boyfriend, even though I've had so much issues. In fact, I'm suffering because of him. It's the reason why I've been on streets, I've been suffering. People don't like me. My relatives, everybody has left me just because of that. So he also has a star in work, and it's called Teach. So when he gets, we are supposed to go with him. When we get with him there, that's when I'm just saying that it's done. I'm happy, and just I'll just feel nice. It all started in Cameroon. Yeah, he loved me so much like this. So people were jealous, and they started doing things that are bad to me. They would do things to distract the relationship. So he ended up with, there's a girl called Katrina. Katrina went with him to Transoya. Yeah, it all started from Katrina up to now. I've not seen him, we're not with him, but he loves me so much. So he has always been looking for ways to trace where I am, so that we can get back to each other. Yeah, and after we meet, we go to America. That's all. I've suffered so much because of love, just love. I have so much. I can't even work. I can't do anything. We're distracted all around every day, and you can't do anything.
Apparently, from the findings, what she's saying is it's true. So it was the origin of her depression that led her to be in the streets. It was mad love. So the truth is, she has some health challenge, which that one she can talk about it. I think that is what made Dan to freeze off the relationship. Based on this health challenge, I think Dan really stepped back from the relationship, and this affected Cynthia so bad.
No.
Because she was really into it, she was into the relationship.
Parents died of HIV, and I got affected by it. Then I was given.
From the way she's saying it, that's what she keeps on telling me. Even if she leaves the house and she goes missing for even a day or 2 days or 3 days, she comes back and tells me that she's trying to trace Dan. I was just trying to trace Dan. I went back to where we were staying, because right now she can recall everything, where they were staying, where it started. But the more she thinks of this, it's again hitting back on her. Because if she leaves the house, go tracing Dan for even a day or two, that will mean she'll miss her medication for those days that she's not in the house. There is the stress factor. She's getting stressed the more she thinks of this person. That is why when we are together, I try as much as possible to keep her busy, at least some distraction, so that she doesn't really get to think of this. Because I've studied her. Moments when she's so much into this Dan. Now you see, she talks until she switches off, and the mind gets far away, and she goes into that other world that now she talks to herself. I think I would request for more counselors on board. She needs more counseling sessions from professional. If we could get this, I'd really appreciate, because in as much as I'm trying, but I believe 2 or 3 forces combined, it will greatly help. Because yes, she's on with drugs. Professional counseling is required here. Maybe, not even maybe, we cannot afford to pay. That is the reality. We cannot afford to pay for the counselor. But I believe there are those who, like we have the pro bono lawyers. Is it okay if we can have a volunteer counselor that can help her through this healing process? It is that tough for us to move from that stage at least to another level, whereby she won't be sleeping and thinking of that. Because at times she can even wake up in the night just screaming and crying, calling for Dan. Where are you? You're still with Katharina, you're still with so and so.